So now that we have figured out what to serve the men at the big football party, it's time to switch our gears a little bit and take care of the gals out there. So Vicki, the other half of Ciao Baby Catering, is here to explain. It's nice to have you.
Thank you, Stephanie.
So you drew the girl straw.
I did, lucky me. And you know, that's what we're talking about. When you think of your audience, who you're cooking for, it's all about the presentation. So that's when the design comes in. We eat differently than men. We like different colors, everything. And of course, with the big game, it's fun to incorporate all of that in your presentation.
As I walked up initially to this, I said, oh, okay, this is for women because they're little, tiny, little grilled cheese sandwiches.
Right, and adorable. And look at the little shooters.
And little salads. I feel like if you had that only, that's all you served, you'd have a lot of unhappy men.
Oh, exactly. Is that right?
The men would go, this is the big game. What are you thinking? This is not working for me. But for women, it works perfectly.
Yes, and we do eat with our eyes.
Right.
So it's really important that the presentation comes out.
So how did you come up with something like this, and how could we incorporate that into our home? Did you look at the vessels that you had to use?
We did, and it is very flexible. These actually are tabletop. If you have any of those little 30-inch round tabletop glass tops, easy to stack them up. Fun for Valentine's is coming up. You could put red hearts in your vessels, you know, so it is about the color when you incorporate this. These are all candle holders, but like Dee Dee was saying before, anything that you have at home that gives level. We don't want everything plain. We need elevation in our tables.
And let me ask you too, when you look over here at some of the other foods that you've paired with the little strawberry blue cheese stamps and the little mini grilled cheese, and then we've got some tomato soup in a little shot glass. You've got over here some crepes with like a wild mushroom sauce inside, and then you've got some little salmon bites with a beautiful dill sauce on top. Again, really delicate foods, delicate to the palate, and you can enjoy really kind of the variety too, right?
Right, and this is a meal for women, like you said.
Let's talk a little bit more about, as we go to entertain, and how we can make the most of our space. What if we don't have a lot of space? What's your best advice for cramming a lot into a little?
Well, that is really when levels take over. Okay. You know, you really can stack and layer. We can obviously get a lot more everywhere on this table, but presentation with the stacking helps. The food itself, depending on doubling up on things, depending on what you're serving. Dishes, if you don't have a lot of room, you don't want to do dishes, put things on skewers so they can walk around with a napkin instead of having to get all the little plates out. You notice we have no utensils out here. Actually, the forks we would have forks for our salad. But for the shooters, again, you don't have room for a spoon, so you just put your soup in a little shooter glass, so it's finger food.
When you put it out, it's basically to eat right then. It's not. This is not something in terms of this menu where it would be nosh on it all afternoon.
Right.
Okay.
Yep, and it is fun to have active stations. If you do have the space and you want someone, the husband over here grilling the grilled cheese, so, you know, that is fun to get that involved. A bartender, depending if you can have room for the bar as well.
Well, and as you think about catering, what I like about what I've learned through these last two segments with Ciao Baby is that it doesn't have to be a football that's like stuck on a cupcake at every single station, which I think is kind of our go-to. Let's be honest, ladies.
Right.
We think that it has to have some kind of logo with a football or, you know, the, what do you call it, field goal thing.
Right. And it is nice to theme out those parties sometimes, but like we said, with the presentation, a little bit of color. You can work that in with your food even.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to have that traditional themed out look.
Well, thank you so much, and we're going to have information on this that everybody has seen here, information on how you can get this delicious food. I believe they're out at the Scottsdale Airpark? Okay, out at Scottsdale Airpark. And remind me the name of...
Ciao Baby Catering out of Zulu Cafe.
Zulu Cafe,
that's Airport.
I remembered you, I forgot Zulu Cafe.
Thank you.
All the information, though, is going to be available on SonoraLiving.com.